Hello and welcome to the late night edition with me, Ayushman Singh Jamwal. Big breaking news and a series of developments coming in from the Middle East, where we are learning that the European Union has now designated Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps as a terrorist organization. Meanwhile, the European Union president has welcomed new sanctions, saying, and I quote, "I welcome the political agreement on new sanctions against the murderous Iranian regime and on the designation of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps as a terrorist organization." This was long overdue. Terrorist is indeed how you call a regime that crushes its own people's protests in blood. Europe stands with the people of Iran in their brave fight for freedom is the strong pitch that has come in from the European Union president. So a huge move coming in from a key Western power, the 27 nations that form the European Union, designating the Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps as a terrorist organization. This is a huge move that's coming in amid the mobilization in the Middle East that we've been seeing from the American forces. And now this big move coming in from the European Union, where they have designated the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps as a terrorist organization and announced a slate of new sanctions against the Iranian regime. This amid the massive crackdown that's taking place inside Iran on protesters who are agitating against the Ayatollah's regime. I'm joined by my colleague Akanksha Swaroop on the broadcast. So Akanksha, a very strong move coming in from the European Union, all 27 nations of the bloc now designating, in quite a historic move coming in from a power like the European Union, to designate the military of a nation like Iran as a terrorist organization.
And you know, we've been in touch with Iranian activists, and as much as they are against the actions that are being taken by the Iranian regime, there are two things that they have been maintaining. One, that whatever action the wider West, whether it is the European Union or the US military actions that are currently being contemplated on or being threatened by the US president, they will not be able to spell the breakdown of the Iranian regime, especially under the Ayatollah. And we all know the parallel force that the IRGC is, and the role that they have been playing in sort of protecting the regime, because it is because of the IRGC that the regime is very much in control. And that is why, if you analyze the situation, Reza Pahlavi has been calling for the IRGC, for the military in Iran, to also join hands with them and with the Western forces, because as we've seen in, say, the fall of governments, whether in Tunisia, whether in Egypt, the case of Ben Ali, what happened during those regimes was that the military actually stood up for the protesters, and that's how those regimes collapsed. But that's not the case in Iran, which is why ever since 2009 and 7, these regimes the regime under the Ayatollahs have in fact remained intact in Iran and have borne all of those waves of protests since 2009. But coming to this big decision that's been taken as EU designates Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps as a terrorist organization, something that has already been confirmed by EU's High Representative for Foreign Affairs, Kaja Kallas. The fact of the matter remains that Iranians are very much of the view that the IRGC is in fact part of the security apparatus, and they cannot be designated as a terror entity. In fact, there's already a word coming in from Iran's foreign minister, who said that several countries are presently attempting to avert this eruption of an all-out war in our region. None of them are European. Europe is instead busy fanning the
We'll get to that.